If you saw the episode where I guest starred on the Talking About Business podcast, you may remember that my father runs a company called Aspen Business Group. This is my dad's business he's been running, since I was very young, and he's been very successful at being a business consultant. When I was in high school, and through my first year to year and a half at Kansas State University, my father had me help him with Aspen Business Group by developing the survey Excel spreadsheets to manage customer and employee surveys. Now, my goal in working for my dad was to take the survey data he was getting from a raw input and figure out how to process it so he could present the results. We're talking about translating hundreds and hundreds of responses into percentages, pie charts, bar graphs, and plopping them into a PowerPoint. I wasn't super savvy when it came to Excel or PowerPoint, so my dad thought it would be a good idea if I got a little bit of training on the program. He told me if I wanted to go into engineering, I was going to really need to know how to run Microsoft Excel. So he found, through our local library, a free training program. I believe the website was called lynda.com. Think of this as a Skillshare masterclass type website, but from years ago. I don't know if lynda.com is still around. But through the public library, if you had a library card, you could access the training courses on there for free. And they had a whole thing on the Microsoft Office suite. So I went through the PowerPoint, the Microsoft Word, but most importantly, the Microsoft Excel training. So I could take Excel and the solution that I wanted and mold them together without a problem. I was able to do the problem solving in my head, have an idea of what I needed it to do, and had the knowledge and resources and training to just make it work. I was able to take my solutions and apply them to the spreadsheets in such a way that running the survey data, became much more efficient for my father. Later in other internships, I was able to take my Excel skills and apply them again. There was a study I did at a machining facility where they were manufacturing parts, and they were trying to figure out why their parts per hour was wrong. Without getting into too many of the proprietary details there, I was able to take data that I got from the manufacturing floor and apply them in Excel with a little bit of Calculus 2 knowledge and extrapolate a curve that they could use to predict new parts per hour numbers based off of actual research data. And that was enormously helpful to the company. And now, as a personal financial coach, I use my Excel skills to not only make custom budgeting tools for clients, but also make really interesting examples and research tools that allow me to be a better financial coach. And I can answer your questions with full confidence as I understand the numbers from the inside and out. As I mentioned at the top of the episode, if you have a library card and access to a public library, which is free, you should be able to access some resources that they offer the community for free. If you're listening on a platform that has a comment section down below, be sure to leave a comment telling us what free resource you find at your library. Hopefully that can provide some inspiration for other listeners as well.